Hello everyone, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today's Tribute USA. We're so glad to have you here with us today. In this video, we're honoring the incredible legends who have recently left us. These remarkable individuals touched so many lives, and their legacies will live on forever. Before we begin, please support our channel by giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing, and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss our future tributes. Your support truly means a lot to us. Now, let's come together to celebrate and remember these unforgettable icons. Let's get started.
On July 20th, 2025, the performing arts world bowed in sorrow as Thomas Troop, widely known as Tom Troop, passed away at age 97, at his home in Beverly Hills from natural causes. His nephew shared that he died peacefully with family near, a brother, son, friend and beloved mentor. To many his presence will echo long after his final curtain. Born on July 15, 1928, in Kansas City, Missouri, Troop began his journey in local theater before moving to New York in 1948, drawn by a passion for acting and scholarship from legendary coach Ute Hagen at the Herbert Berghof Studio. He later served with distinction in the Korean War, earning a Bronze Star, before returning to make his Broadway debut in 1957 in The Diary of Anne Frank. Tom swiftly transitioned to screen, relocating to Los Angeles in 1958, where his warm versatility made him a sought-after guest star. Over 6 decades, he appeared in over 70 TV series, including iconic episodes of Star Trek, Mission Impossible, Frasier, Cheers, Murder, She Wrote, Cagney and Lacey, and many others. In films, he lent his understated presence to two productions, such as Kelly's Heroes, 1970, The Devil's Brigade, 1968, My Own Private Idaho, 1991, and Summer School, 1987. Roles that added gravitas and humanity to each story. He also wrote and starred in Sophie in 1968, adapted from Gogol's Diary of a Madman, showcasing his talents as both actor and creator. Yet Tom's devotion to the stage remained unwavering. Alongside his late wife, actress Carol Cook, he delivered memorable performances in The Lion in Winter, The Gin Game, and Father's Day. In 2002, they became the first married couple to receive the LA Ovation Award for Career Achievement. Forever known in LA theater as the Luntz of L, always invested in nurturing talent. Tom co-founded the acting school, The Faculty in Los Angeles, with colleagues including Charles Nelson Riley and Dom DeLuise. He also co-wrote the one-man play The Diary of a Madman, bringing complex imagination to life. His final on-screen appearance came in 2019. In Time Out, marking more than 60 years of performing. Throughout, Troop carried a quiet dedication, ever seeking the spotlight, but honoring every role with integrity, precision, and a deep love for craft. Tom is survived by his son, Christopher Troop, daughter-in-law Becky Coulter, granddaughter, Ashley, and a tribe of nieces, nephews, and admirers whose careers were shaped by his mentorship. He and Carol had shared nearly 6 decades of partnership before her passing in 2023, at age 98. Legacy highlights versatile character performer, more than 6 decades of memorable roles in Broadway, TV, and film. Stage staples, with Carol Cook in acclaimed productions like The Lion in Winter and the Gin Game Award, winning partnership. First married couple awarded the Ovation Award for Career Achievement in 2002. Educator and writer co-founded the Faculty Acting School and authored The Diary of a Madman. Tom Troop didn't command every scene, but he felt his absence when he was gone. He understood that character acting is like poetry in motion, subtle, layered, enduring. And so was his life. Rest in peace, Tom Troop. Your roles may be small in screen time, but large in the hearts of all who watched. Your mentorship shaped dreams. Your legacy lives in every quiet performance that speaks volumes. On July 14, 2025, in Asheville, North Carolina, the world of daytime television lost a legend. Eileen Fulton, aged 91, passed away after a period of declining health, quietly surrounded by family in her beloved hometown. Her departure ends a chapter that defined American soap opera for generations. Born Margaret Elizabeth McClarty, on September 13, 1933, in Asheville. She was raised by a Methodist minister, father, and public school teacher mother. With a music degree from Greensboro College, 1956. She moved to New York to study under masters like Sanford Meisner, Lee Strasberg, and Martha Graham, determined to forge her path. Just months after graduating, she made her TV debut in Girl of the Night, 1960, and later that same year, accepted a small role on As the World Turns as Lisa Bailey. What was supposed to be a short stint became one of the most legendary runs in television history. Lisa Grimaldi, as Eileen reimagined her, evolved from a harmless ingenue into daytime television's first true vixen, a conniving, glamorous, never-forgotten character whose 8 marriages, sharp comebacks, and endless reinventions captivated viewers for 50 years, 1960 to 2010. Her presence helped keep a TWT at the top of daytime drama ratings for decades. While filming live episodes, she simultaneously performed on Broadway in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, and off-Broadway in The Fantastics, a testament to her versatility and formidable work ethic. Her contributions were honored with induction into the Soap Opera Hall of Fame in 1998 and a Daytime Emmy Lifetime Achievement Award in 2004. Her influence extended well beyond TV. She was a cabaret performer, actress, and prolific author, penning 2 autobiographies and numerous murder mystery novels, including one titled Soap Opera. In interviews, Eileen often recounted how Lisa's rebirth from sweet girl to scheming diva rarely aligned with the script. She would subtly shift her intention, levating just enough edge to convince writers to deepen the character. That bold choice cemented Lisa's place in pop culture memory and redefined the daytime female archetype. Fulton retired in 2019. Choosing to return to her hometown of Black Mountain near Asheville, she spent her later years in quiet reflection, supporting local arts and mentoring aspiring actors, yet always remaining humbly engaged with fans and her craft. She is survived by her brother, Charles Furman McClarty, niece Catherine Morris and her children, and sister-in-law Chris Page McClarty, a small family holding a vast legacy of performance and voice. Legacy Snapshot. Legacy Element Impact. Daytime TV icon played Lisa Grimaldi for nearly 5 decades. Across 8,000-plus episodes. Genre pioneer cast, the soap vixen archetype Lisa became daytime's first anti-heroine. Awarded Legends Soap Opera Hall of Fame, 1998. Daytime Emmy, Lifetime Achievement, 2004. Artistic multi-vertebrate, cabaret, novels, memoirs. Her creativity defied category. I have gone through 2 lives, my own and Lisa's, and not many actors get to do that, she once reflected. Indeed, Eileen Fulton did not merely play a role, she lived it. Her passing leaves an indelible mark on entertainment. The bar she set for complexity, longevity, and reinvention continues to inspire actors, even today. Study Lisa Grimaldi to understand how charisma and contradiction can define a character and, in doing so, define a genre. Rest in peace, Eileen Fulton. You transformed daytime drama into legend and left behind more than seen. Left stories, generations of fans, and the blueprint of a bold, unapologetic woman who made her own rules. On July 17, 2025, the football world lost one of its most fearless souls. Brian Allen Braymond, a Super Bowl winning linebacker, passed away at just 38% following a courageous battle with a rare and aggressive form of cancer that was diagnosed only earlier this year. His journey from undrafted college standout to NFL hero was defined by determination, sacrifice, and unwavering heart. Born May 4, 1987. In Spokane, Washington, Brian grew up in a tough neighborhood. Raised largely by his mother, he faced financial instability and even periods of homelessness. But on local fields and community leagues, he found purpose. Standing 6'5", weighing 230 pounds, he honed his skills and dreams. Despite a rocky path through junior college in Idaho, he landed at West Texas A&M, where hard work earned him a shot at the NFL. Undrafted in 2011, he signed with the Houston Texans and quickly earned a reputation on special teams. His fearless, helmetless tackle in that first season became emblematic of both his intensity and fearlessness. He became a Pro Bowl alternate in 2012, proof that grit can overcome any starting disadvantage. In 2014, he joined the Philadelphia Eagles and became a cornerstone of their special teams. His pivotal blocked punt in the divisional playoffs helped cement the Eagles' path to their first-ever Super Bowl 52 victory in 2018. His final professional game. Brian's battle with cancer began in February 2025. He underwent multiple surgeries, CART, cell therapy, and chemotherapy over months in Seattle, all while trying to protect his 2 young daughters, ages 11 and 8. His agent, Sean described him as a warrior on the field and in life. A GoFundMe effort allowed his NFL brothers to help, raising over $88,000, including a $10,000 donation from teammate J.J. Watt, who wrote simply, "Rest in peace, brother, gone far." Soon, fellow Eagles teammate Emmanuel Akko remembered him as a champion in life and a warrior in death. On the field, he was an underdog turned icon, reminding every overlooked athlete that heart matters more than pedigree. Off the field, he was a devoted father, always placing his 2 girls above all else. His daughters, and his ex-partner, Cheyenne Fisher, found solace, knowing their father never stopped fighting, and that his last moments were spent with them. By his side. His coach shared that Braymond's pre-gap speech before Super Bowl 52 still resonates, highlighting a man who brought courage when it mattered most. He taught fans that heroism isn't always loud, it is present. It is persevering. It shows up. Legacy highlights: undrafted 2 Super Bowl champion, a journey underscored by belief, rebuild, and triumph. Special teams hero, helmetless tackles, blocked punts, limitless heart, warrior in illness, cancer fight met with dignity, strength, and love for his family brotherhood, remembered J.J. Watt, Emmanuel Occo, and Sean Stellato mourned, not just a player, they mourned their friend. Most of the lessons I have learned have stayed with me all my life. The biggest one was how to conquer fear. Those were Brian's words he lived. He conquered fear on the gridiron and beyond. Rest in peace, Brian Braymond. Your strength was unmatched. Your heart was unrivaled. Your legacy will continue in every underdog who hears your story and dares to fight. On July 3, 2025, at his home in Malibu, California, Hollywood lost one of its most arresting figures. Michael Scren Madson, aged 67, tragically passed away after suffering a cardiac arrest. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner confirmed that his heart failure was the result of cardiomyopathy, coronary artery disease, chronic alcoholism, and complications from thromboembolic disease, a series of health challenges that had quietly battled him for years. Born in Chicago on September 25, 1957, Michael Madson was the older brother of actress Virginia Madsen. He honed his craft in theater, including a stint with the Steppenwolf Theater Company, before breaking into film. But it was his electrifying performance as Vic Vega, Mr. Blonde, in Quentin Tarantino's 1992 crime classic Reservoir Dogs that announced his arrival. Violent, charismatic, and unforgettable, Madson's career spanned over 300 screen credits. Iconic roles followed: the cool assassin Bud in Kill Bill, Volume 1, the rough guard in The Hateful Eight, and the determined enforcer in Donnie Brasco. He also brought gruff dignity to Thelma and Louise, Free Willy, The Doors, and Sin City, embodying the tough but tender spirit he became known for, even as his fierce persona defined him. Michael walked a complex path. He was candid about his struggles with alcoholism, including court-mandated rehab following DUI arrests. He endured immense personal pain, including the 2022 suicide of his son, yet continued creating, writing poetry, and even preparing a memoir, titled Tears for My Father, Outlaw Thoughts and Poems, still being edited at his death. Despite his battles, Michael remained creatively vibrant right up to the end. His performance in the 2025 Independent Film Concessions premiered at Edinburgh's International Film Festival and was described by director Maz Buzetti as poignant, humorous, the last of his kind, a screen presence built for cinema. Survived by his third wife, Deanna, his mother, Elaine, sister Virginia, and 7 children, Michael leaves behind a lineage of talent and tenacity. Legacy highlights Reservoir Dogs as Mr. Blonde. He created an unforgettable villains, stylish, terrifying, poetic. Tarantino collaborations: Bud, Kill Bill, Joe Gage, Hateful Eight, Sheriff Hackett, Once Upon a Time. In Hollywood, career breadth, from Donnie Brasco to Sin City. His performances spanned genres and decades. Creative resurgence, a leading voice in indie film, poised to release a book of personal writings and poems. Honored by peers, his sister Virginia called him Thunder and Velvet, a poet disguised as an outlaw. He was thunder and velvet mischief wrapped in tenderness. Virginia Madsen, speaking to her brother's duality, Michael carved a niche that transcended typecasting, humanizing every rugged outlaw with surprising depth and vulnerability. He carried scars and stories alike, never polished, never unrelenting, always real. Rest in peace, Michael Madsen. Your firebright intensity lives on, in grainy frames, half-spoken lines, and hearts forever moved by that outlaw soul. On July 2, 2025, Julian William McMahon quietly slipped away in Clearwater, Florida, after a private battle with metastatic head and neck cancer, which ultimately spread to his lungs. A cause of death confirmed as lung metastasis. He was 56 years old, and his wife, Kelly, shared in a heartfelt message that he died peacefully, surrounded by love and guided by his lifelong purpose to bring joy into as many lives as possible. Julian was born July 27, 1968, in Sydney, Australia, into a family marked by history. His father was Sir William McMahon, Prime Minister of Australia, 1971 to 1972. He began his journey modeling at 17, traveling from Milan to New York before launching into acting via Australian soaps like Home and Away and Another World. Hollywood soon became his stage. He drew attention with Cole Turner in Charmed 2002-003, a role that solidified his reputation for playing multifaceted characters, half-demon, half-man, wholly magnetic. But it was Dr. Christian Troy in Nip Tuck 2003-2010 that turned Julian into a household name, earning him a Golden Globe nomination and demonstrating his ability to portray a man torn between charm and chaos. He brought equal intensity to film, most notably as Dr. Doom in Fantastic Four 2005-2007, infusing the classic villain with regal menace. On television, he played FBI agent Jess LaCroix in FBI Most Wanted 2020-2022, adding another complex layer to his on-screen persona. His final screen appearance came this year as Australia's fictional Prime Minister in The Residence, a poignant full-circle moment reflecting his own heritage. Throughout his career, Julian kept his life thoughtfully private, choosing not to disclose his illness publicly. His struggle with cancer remained personal until his final statement. In March 2025, he attended SXSW to promote The Surfer, where fans noted a visibly thinner frame, a subtle trace of his illness, yet testament to his dedication. Loved ones remember him as magnetic, warm, and deeply kind. Tributes from Alyssa Milano, Holly Marie Combs, Rose McGowan, and Dylan Walsh spoke of his brilliance, humor, and generosity. Instagram memories showcased his affection for his daughter, Madson, with whom he shared heartfelt exchanges right up until the end. Career highlights: role and project notable highlights. Goal: Turner, charmed a role of duality, humanity, and otherworldly magnetism. Christian Troy Nip Tuck Complex, charismatic anti-hero, earning him award recognition. Dr. Doom, fantastic for regal villainy with cinematic flair. Jess LaCroix, FBI, most wanted lawman, persona, bringing gravitas to network TV. Final performance: The Residents played an Aussie PM, echoing his own legacy, and completed filming shortly before passing. Legacy and reflection: Julian McMahon's life was a portrait of layered personas, models of allure, villainy, vulnerability, and authority. Beyond the roles, he was a dedicated actor, private soul, and loving father. His work spoke with intensity. His off-screen character radiated warmth. Kelly's request for privacy resonates deeply. Julian lived fully, loved deeply, and left quietly. His final words about life: cherishing joy, loving family and fans, serve as a powerful farewell. In the interplay of hero and anti-hero, the well-known and the private, Julian McMahon found his power. Rest in peace, Julian. Your stories, your spirit, and your strength remain etched into our collective memory. On a quiet summer day, the world bid farewell to one of its most cherished voices. Connie Francis, the legendary singer whose music once echoed through jukeboxes, radios, and living rooms across America, passed away at the age of 87. Her deep friend, Ron Roberts, confirmed the news, noting that Connie had been battling health issues in recent weeks. Yet, even in her final chapter, her voice, clear, powerful, and timeless, found its way into the hearts of a new generation. Born Concetta Rosa Maria Franco Nero in Newark, New Jersey, in 1937, Connie's story began like a melody rising on a breeze. Her father, driven by a deep belief in her talent, pushed her to sing from the tender age of 4. That push would one day help reshape the music industry. She faced early setbacks. Her first few records failed to take hold. But then, in 1957, everything changed. A simple, aching rendition of Who's Sorry Now aired on American Bandstand. The phones lit up. A star was born. From that moment on, Connie Francis didn't just sing songs, she sang the feelings of a nation. In 1960, she made history as the first solo female artist to top the Billboard Hot 100. With the tear-stained anthem, Everybody's Somebody's Fool, her voice became the sound of longing, heartbreak, and youthful hope. She delivered 53 chart hits, an extraordinary achievement for any artist, let alone a young woman navigating a male-dominated industry. Francis was more than a voice. She was an era. Her music transcended borders, resonating deeply with audiences around the world. Lipstick on Your Collar, Stupid Cupid, My Happiness, each one a sonic memory, stitched into the fabric of post-war America. And in 1962, she gave the world Pretty Little Baby, a soft, lullaby-like gem that remained quietly tucked away in nostalgia, till now. Decades later, long after the stage lights dimmed, Connie Francis witnessed an astonishing revival. Pretty Little Baby found new life on TikTok, soundtracking over 17 million videos and garnering billions of views. For Connie, it was a gift she never expected. She joined the platform herself, her spirit delighted, writing that it was overwhelming to see her music connecting with young hearts once more. In a poetic twist, Pretty Little Baby soared onto the Spotify global charts for the very first time, just months before her passing, a gentle reminder that true artistry never fades. Behind the music was a woman who endured unimaginable pain and hardship. She survived abuse, mental health battles, and personal loss, but she always returned to music. It was her refuge, her rebellion, her redemption. Connie Francis wasn't just a pop icon. She was the soundtrack of innocence, heartbreak, and resilience. Her voice told the story of a generation, and now, it continues to echo in the souls of generations to come. She is gone, but her song still plays on. On July 19, 2025, the arts community lost a multi-talented visionary. Charles Auggins, aged 81, passed away peacefully after a lifetime devoted to dance, performance, and mentorship. He was remembered as a luminous presence on stage, on screen, and in the hearts of every performer he guided. Born September 17, 1943, in Virginia, Charles began his journey as a dancer who blended technical mastery with boundless passion. Immersed in ballet training, he crossed barriers early, becoming a trailblazer in a field where few looked like him, but his ambition only grew. Over the years, he would dance, act, sing, choreograph, and teach. leaving indelible marks in each domain. The 1980s saw Charles shaping cultural moments. In 1981, he choreographed for Ray Davies' London musical chorus, Girls, and appeared in the influential series Blake's 7. But it was in 1986's Labyrinth, the Jim Henson-helmed film, where his magic shone brightest. He crafted the iconic magic dance sequence for David Bowie, even voicing one of the puppet Fireys, fusing choreography and character into unforgettable fantasy. The following year, Charles took Hollywood by storm in Revenge of the Pink Panther and later as himself in the cult favorite, The Tall Guy, but his performance that remains most legendary came in 1988's sci-fi comedy series Red Dwarf. As the tyrannical holoandroid Queeg 500, he brought humor and menace and then choreographed the unforgettable tongue-tied dance sequence. The role became a fan favorite, cementing his legacy with sci-fi audiences. In 1981, Charles received the prestigious Laurence Olivier Award for Best Theater Choreographer for Five Guys Named Mo, a testament to his creative genius on the West End stage. But his impact extended well beyond performance. He held the title chair of dance at the Duke Ellington School of the Arts in Washington, D.C., molding the next generation of storytellers. Many former students credited him as a mentor, who taught not only technique, but integrity and artistic boldness. He was the first black student admitted to Washington and Lee High School, blazing trails in every arena he entered. In addition to choreography, Charles pursued music backing vocals for Amy Stewart in a solo cover of Baby, I Need Your Loving. In 1982, added even more layers to his artistic identity. Colleague and former student Courtney Baker Oliver described him as one of my most important mentors, praising his generosity and unwavering commitment. The Red Dwarf cast fondly recalled his energetic presence at the show's rap parties, his joy infectious, his professionalism inspiring. Legacy highlights Labyrinth and Bowie. Choreographed the magic dance and embodied a puppet fiery melding movement with dreamlike storytelling. Red Dwarf icon brought Queeg 500 to life and made sci-fi history with the dance scene that became culture reference. Stage and awards. Olivier Award winner for Five Guys Named Moa, rare cinematic crossover to West End acclaim. Mentor and educator, LED dance at Duke Ellington School, shaping young artists with empathy and excellence. Pioneer, broke racial barriers in education and performance. A champion of diversity and opportunity. If Charles Auggins hadn't been such a good dancer, he would have been a brilliant drill sergeant. But it's the little nuances that elevate the performance to the top spot. From Red Dwarf tribute, Charles Auggins leaves behind a profound legacy in film reels, theater marquees, television screens, and dance studios across the world. Beyond the glitz was a man devoted to craft, courage, and community. Rest in peace, Charles Auggins. Your rhythm changed worlds. Your mentorship built futures. Your dance and your dream live on. On July 19, 2025, in her birthplace of Auggins, France, the lyric world bowed in sorrow. Beatatrice Monzan, age 61, passed away at home after a lengthy illness. From the moment the announcement came, tributes poured in, to an immense artiste, a Carmen for the ages. To a voice and soul that left classical music richer and more human. Born on December 28, 1963. Beatrice was raised in the Gascony region, daughter of a Spanish painter and a French mother where the rhythms of flamenco mingled with Bordeaux's lyric traditions. She trained at Bordeaux University in Conservatoire, later at Marseille Cieneple, and finally at the Paris Opera's prestigious Lyric School. Her operatic debut came in 1989 as Cherubino in La Nozze di Figaro at the Opera Nationale di Lorraine. It was a prologue to greatness. In 1993, her interpretation of Bizet's Carmen at the Opera Bastille became theatrical legend. Critics said she didn't perform Carmen, fierce, free, modern, fierce, free, modern. That role, which she sang nearly 300 times across Paris, Vienna, New York, Moscow, Bordeaux, and Orange, defined her career and transformed the opera itself. Yet Beatrice was far from a one-role wonder. She embodied the key heroines of the French and Italian repertoire: Charlotte in Werther, Dulcinea in Don Quixote, Didine in Les Troyens, Dalila in Samson et Dalila, Eboli in Don Carlo, Amnaris in Aida. As she transitioned into soprano roles, she took on Tosca, Lady Macbeth, La Gioconda, and Lady Macbeth at prestigious houses: Paris Opera, La Scala, Berlin's Hochoper Theater, Du Capitoland, even premiered in the Contemporary Opera Trompe la Mort in 2017. Her performances were celebrated for their dramatic authenticity. Never a diva posing, but an artist burning with sincerity and craft. Her longtime agent said she burned on stage. A grande classe, Franck Sinker, E.T. Tears, Amy, despite a global presence, Beatrice remained grounded and again returning, often, supporting cultural festivals and charity concerts, and tending truffle trees in her countryside home. Her loyalty to her roots earned her the affectionate title, the Star of La Tête Couronne. Her final recordings and performances, including chamber recitals and local festivals, reflected her love of sharing music beyond grand stages. A Saluda, her 2021 album, paid homage to the heroines she'd portrayed. And in 2022, she worked with Rambo Amadeus to present Sevdalinka music for UNESCO recognition. Another testament that Beatrice sang not merely for applause, but for identity and inclusion. With her passing, opera lost not just a voice but a conscience. A generation of singers and conductors spoke of her mentorship, elegance, and direct generosity. Opera lovers from Paris to Buenos Aires shared memories of Carmen at the Orange Amphitheater, her presence vivid in every note. Legacy highlights Carmen redefined, nearly 300 performances worldwide, transforming the role with dignity, passion, and modernity. Versatile repertoire, from Charlotte to Tosca, Lady Macbeth to La Gioconda, her range spanned French Romanticism and dramatic Italian verismo. Cultural anchor, actress, orator, citizen, she supported regional cultural life, fusing artistry and activism in her native again. She was simply divine, everywhere but never a diva. Beatrice Monzan sang passion with refinement, fire with finesse. And though she is gone, her legacy still sings in every Carmen, every lyric, every listener moved by truth. She is survived by family, colleagues, and a world that hears her voice in memory, recording, and the echoes of every theater she graced. Rest in peace, Beatrice Monzan. Your Carmen endures, your voice transcends, your presence remains eternal.